Hey everybody, it's me, Juniper Bloom Mystique. As soon as I come on, um, I am an Ascension Master, Master Healer, and Divine Guide. Listen up, okay? So I'm coming on here with a serious message, right? Like a lot of people come onto my channel, watch one little video or even 5 seconds of a video and make a lot of assumptions and judgments into who I am, rather than taking the time to get to see what I've done and what's coming your way, okay? So I am, again, the Ascension Master, right? I am the one who brought about this ascension, okay? Um, I truly am. And what does that mean? Oh, let me turn this, as soon as I come on here, it does this. What does that mean for you? Well, it means a lot, actually, okay? Especially with my twin flame journey, I've got to say, don't think that you're not being watched if you're judging me through that, okay? Because you are. So my twin flame journey and I was very, very, very important. That was the end stages of the ascension process, and it was thwarted. We both made mistakes, and darkness was entered into that whole journey. Let me begin a little bit by telling you who I am, okay? Again, my name is Brianna Walters. Brianna Storsley was my married name. The only reason I kept that was because of my kids. I had an awakening in 2019, a Kundalini awakening after trauma hit me and trauma hit me and trauma hit me. Okay, and I watched my dad die was the final straw. Then I started searching for a way to heal, and all these things started happening to me, and I followed these things that were already within me to do. And the next thing I knew, I had a very massive Kundalini awakening, unlike any I've ever researched either. My whole world changed, and I found out a lot about who I am. I had messages right away of what I was supposed to do, but I still didn't understand them. I began meditating a lot after the trauma, and that's kind of what sparked everything that I went into. Upon my journey, I had to do a lot of things, from undoing presidential contracts all the way to Abraham Lincoln. I've seen the White House crumble. I've seen a lot of things. It started out very small for me, with a lot of people treating me like shit. That's not a lie, including supposed spiritual people treating me like shit. You guys, it's not a lie. From that, I started activating pyramids, which I've actually posted some of those on my channel for you all to see. Okay. In the activations of the pyramids, I had no idea what I was doing. They were just coming to me and coming to me and coming to me. We undid Mount Shasta. I cleared thousands of souls out of Mount Shasta. I cut it off from the Earth's root chakra. We cut off California from life support. I reactivated the Earth's root chakra in Fiji, which we actually updated yesterday, upgraded yesterday. The work I've done is very real. My whole life has changed. It has not been an easy journey. I have almost died on this journey. The reason I am here today is because I want to talk to you about my recent work that I did.
What do you want?
Ooh. So recently, I had to learn a lot about the shadow, because in my twin flame journey, it had everything to do with healing the shadow of the collective whole and that of the individual. Okay. I have had to heal the shadow of the collective whole and that of the individual. All right. It's not a joke. Again, I have almost literally died. My heart has become enlarged after activating the pyramids, and my twin flame journey almost killed me, and I'm still not well because of the separation of him and I. Him not coming to be with me actually is taking me down health-wise every day. My heart's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Well, recently, during that whole entire twin flame thing, I had to battle for his soul for a year, which we won. And in that, I had to learn from spirit everything about the shadow. This is a big deal. The work that I did is going to force all of you to have to deal with this. And if you're not ready, it's not going to be well. The shadow, right? Carl Jung is a psychologist, okay? And I was a psychologist. I have a psychology degree. So I knew all about that side of the shadow, okay? In his teachings, what he talked, and this is part of my course too, okay? You'll have everything in my course that you need to heal the shadow. It's not a joke, not to mention guided meditations that you won't find anywhere else, which I do recommend, because if you don't heal your shadow, you're in trouble. You won't be able to ascend well, okay? and it's coming for you to have to deal with, no matter who you are on this planet. The work that I did was massive. Okay. And I asked Spirit, what am I going to do? You know, I keep devoting my whole life to the spiritual stuff, and my twin flame hurt so bad that it's just been tower moments and tower moments because he won't unite. I'm not saying anything bad about my twin flame. I love him. It's worth it. And because of our journey, we've done so much healing. Okay. It's not about him and I uniting. That's not what this video is about. This video is truly about the truth and the reality that is coming for all of you and what the shadow is. Okay. There is the collective shadow and the individual shadow. All of you have both within you. I don't care who you are. If you're alive on this planet, you have a shadow to deal with. He talks about the warning to the world about the shadow. And this is exactly, so I was like asking Spirit, like, what do I need to do now? And this is what Spirit showed me. Okay. This is what came up on my feed. So I have to talk to you about it. Now, the problem is, again, people only watch little tidbits of what I do. They're not taking it seriously who I am and the work that I have been doing. That's the truth. And it's kind of scary. It's not a lie. I'm not boasting. So I actually had somebody come on here and go, oh, I came on for a message and spent 10 minutes about you justifying who you are. Somebody said that on my channel once. Be very careful because you don't know who you're talking to. It's not about me in that essence. I don't have an ego like all of you. I don't. Now, ego is also part of the shadow. That came out in my guided meditation for healing the shadow. The guided meditations I do are very powerful and they're not normal. I took us through what Spirit taught me about the shadow. So I was actually eating, forgive me. And then they're like, do this. I'm like, okay. I love my twin flame. Because of him, I've learned all of this. Like, I can't reiterate that enough. Was it an easy journey? No. And I would like to physically heal now. That would be great. But it's because of him that we were able to embark upon this journey. Him and I think about that. So after I activated the pyramids, we freed Jesus's soul, and my twin flame should have been with me in that, and that's partly my fault as well. And then right after that, they told me I had a choice, and it came about this contract of my twin flame and I, which we weren't together at the time. And the amazing part to me is that he and I chose to sign that contract. Through all the shit we were going through, he and I literally chose to sign that contract consciously together, which to me is the most beautiful thing in the world. Granted, after that, we had a lot of healing to do. And so, you know, it just hasn't been an easy journey for the twin flame unions. But I have diligently been working through it. I never gave up. I never gave up on him. And I never gave up on me. And I'm so thankful for that contract. Now, Spirit shows me that I am clearing the karma all the way back to the beginning of time. The Bible will tell you it's Adam and Eve. That's not accurate. It was in Atlantis, and I am the owner of the white flame. Atlantis is my heart. So I rose Atlantis through the Ascension. We've also been healing it. You guys, this is all on my channel for you to see. It's all been witnessed and recorded. Nothing that I'm telling you, you can't watch to be proven for yourself. The thing is most people are just like, yeah, right. And they refuse to watch everything. Do you think that God doesn't see your judgments? We have to be careful with that. Most people are so quick to be like, chalk everything off. Everything's a conspiracy theorist. Nobody knows what they're talking about, but nobody spends enough time to look through my videos or even actively participate in one of my workshops or even realize that I was a healer like Jesus, but it may be even more. The healings I do are not normal. The workshops I do are not normal. And the fact that I have light language from God is not normal. Put it all together and what do you get? Okay. I've done so many things with Ascension. It took me 3 years to do it. But my twin flame and I, the healings that we've had to do together, because even though he's not with me and he ran during the situation because of what had happened on our union, it's not all his fault, okay? And please don't misrepresent my words. I love him dearly and I'm very proud of him and I'm very proud of myself. Because we've overcome a lot and we've been working diligently to come back together. I know we both have. I know we both have. But that is the return of Christ. And in that, I've had to heal the shadow for the collective whole and all of you. Does that mean that you guys don't have to deal with it? No. Contrary. It means it's going to rise for all of you to deal with. And that's why I did the healing workshop course that I just did. Spirit brings through me what is necessary for all of you to survive through this ascension. It's not a joke. So I'm going to show you a little bit of this. I don't know who this person is, but it just popped up in my newsfeed. And I'm like, that's exactly what I just taught in my workshop course. Thank you for that validation, Spirit. Okay. Because it really is. Everyone carries a shadow. And the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. Okay. So if you think you don't have a shadow, you're wrong. That means it's pretty dense. Okay. What I taught in my class is there is a collective shadow and an individual shadow. This is what Spirit showed me during this process, not necessarily what I learned in psychology, but because I didn't dive deep into Carl Jung's work, I just learned what I needed to learn at the baseline. I don't have a master in the shadow work. This mostly came out in my spiritual awakening for how to heal the shadow, how to heal my twin flame, how to heal myself, and how to return Christ. Now, I was supposed to die in the twin flame union. I didn't. I managed to save his soul, save my soul, and still bring down Christ's light, activated. What does that mean? Watch my videos. I have a playlist for this stuff specifically. So please watch them. I do have a little bit of frustration in my voice because most of humanity is a very quick, give me what I need, ego-based place. And they don't spend time getting to know what's going on or what's coming their way. They aren't spending the time to recognize it. And most of them are following a false light. Not only that, even if they're not following a false light, they're not being given the correct information of how to heal to ascend. And me, as the Ascension Master, this bothers me greatly because I want everybody to ascend. I spent the first year of my awakening telling people, don't take the V. Don't take the V. Don't take the V. I don't care what is presented to you. Don't take the V. And people still didn't listen. However, if your DNA is not viable because of all of their GMO type stuff, you can't ascend. And not everybody can heal it, my friends. According to Spirit, only a few of us on this planet can. You have to be a very high vibrational. You have to be of God's light because not that we're not all part of the unity of the one, but only some of us come with that higher vibrational energy. I'm the highest on this planet you can find. It's not a joke. You don't just activate pyramids. I move the north and south pole of this earth. If you don't believe me, watch my damn videos. I'm the reason the sun is doing what it's doing. If you don't believe me, watch my videos. I've lassoed the sun several times over and drew the energy over. In Lake Titicaca, I undid some spell from the sun. Like somebody trapped something from the sun here. I returned it back to the sun. And ever since, I've moved the sun closer. I've worked with Prometheus, Hermes, all the gods. Now, the shadow work course was massively huge that I just did. It was a 4-day course. I went over everything about the shadow. Every one of you has to deal with the shadow at this time. You have to. And it is not something that's easy to do. It was a journey you will embark upon that will be very difficult. If the dark side, that's what the shadow is the darkness, you guys. Look, think of it as Diablo. El Diablo is the darkness. And even Carl Jung hit on that. He talks about way back in the beginning when the masses, right? The matrix, whatever you want to call it, cut off our connection to source, our spiritual connection, and created a huge shadow. That brings me back to my twin flame, all the way back to when Atlantis sunk, which I am a part of. Atlantis is mine. I own the white flame. Watch my videos. It's also my hubby's. He's not my hubby yet. Sorry, I don't know where that came. My twin flame. He and I are the beginning of time. It's not a joke. Watch all my videos. Do not come here and judge because you only hurt you, not me. He and I, something similar played out in this lifetime that played out in Atlantis, except for this lifetime, I was strong enough to get my power back. And I did that by fighting the shadow. I did that by learning everything about the shadow that spirit could possibly teach me from the highest place possible. I am in truth a true divine guide, which is why spirit will not let me quit doing this. I've tried, trust me. I'm like, people aren't hearing me, they don't care. And they're like, nope, you are the one that needs to be out there because there's too much false light that you all are following. I am not a master because I followed somebody else. I am not a fucking guru. I'm a master because that's who I am. At the core. I didn't know anything else. And I didn't know this until I had my awakening. Do you understand? I'm not like Master Sri Arkshana, who changed his name because he followed some guru and now gives you all the information he paid for. I don't do that. I give you the information I have direct from source. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's why divine guide is in my title. I'm not just a coach. I am a true divine guide. And in healing the shadow, I'm so proud of myself and I'm proud of my twin flame. And the only thing I need is to touch his face and kiss his lips because I choose him, I choose him, I choose him every day. And I thank him for this. Because of him and me agreeing to sign that contract, even through everything that was trying to stop us from doing so, we still chose to sign that contract. You guys, if you watch my channel from a year ago, you're going to see the whole twin flame thing play out, and it was drama and it was rough. And I thank him. Could it have gone a different way? Yeah, and I should have done it better. It was my fault, okay? That at first it went awry, and then he made choices and I made choices. It just didn't go exactly to plan. But nobody's at fault. It's not about win or losing. It really truly isn't. I love him dearly. And it is because of him and I that your collective shadow has been eliminated. The problem with that is I took it out of the earth and I eliminated it for the collective soul, but now you have to do your part. If you do not choose to heal your shadow or do the work it requires to do so, you could be in trouble. I have forced that in the collective soul because if we don't, the return of Christ could not occur. That is the truth of your awakening and your ascension and what this means. And the actual Bible is shit. It's not real. It's written by different kings in order to keep power. That's why the story of Adam and Eve is false in a lot of ways. The truth of it is there was the darkness came in, pretended to be a goddess, took my light and killed me and sunk Atlantis. And that's what happened. And it tried to happen again this time. And at first I had mishaps in listening to God because I didn't understand. But once I got it, I have been actively taking my power back. And Spirit told me it's never been done before. They were surprised we made it this far. So I took us into 7D instead of 5D. It's not a joke. And I just got chills big time. Y'all, it's not a joke. There have actually been some spiritual people that came to me in the beginning and stopped their path because they listened to ego. Ego is part of the shadow. It's a false concept. And we accepted it as something that was real. Because that's what they tell us. That's what the masses would do. They would accept these things as if they were real. Except it's not. Okay. Then I saw this today and I'm like starting to watch it and I'm like, huh. If it is repressed and isolated from consciousness, it never gets corrected and is liable to burst forth suddenly in a moment of unawareness at all counts. It forms an unconscious snag, thwarting our most well-meant intentions. So no matter how much you mean to do well, when you're trying to do good, it will take you down. It will take you down with it. You guys, this is what the shadow is. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is what the shadow is. It is the darkness that has encompassed this planet since the beginning of time, because it's not just like we made choices to just eat the apple from the forbidden tree. The shadow, the darkness manipulates your mind. It gets in and it takes your power. It sucks your light. It causes you to self-sabotage when you least expect it. It causes you to hurt those that love you love, and to do things you wouldn't normally do. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Now, I'm coming at this from a spiritual and a psychological background. I'm psychology. I have a bachelor's in psychology. I was in behavioral. I was an RBT, registered with the state of Colorado. Okay. I know quite well what I'm talking about. Not to mention the psychological standpoint, but I've lived it. I have lived it, and I am so proud of my twin flame. He doesn't even know how proud of him I am and how much I love him. Oh my God, you guys, we chose consciously to sign that contract together. I was so proud. And then when they showed me that contract, I was in awe. Now I get that contract even more, which I didn't do at first. I didn't get it at first. Now he wasn't supposed to run. That put his soul in danger, and I had to work. We both had to work very hard for that to be freed, and we won, which wasn't expected. By the way, the angels didn't expect us to win. They knew we could, but it was breaking me down. Okay, the shadow is very dark, and it will do everything in its power to break you down. And if you're not aware that you have a shadow, guaranteed it is hidden deep within, and it is about to surface very soon for the collective whole. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I would get on healing that shadow and healing it quick. Does that mean you have time to go to a shaman over and over? No, ma'am, you do not. If you want to heal the shadow, I have a course for you. My course is unique. Why? Because I have guided meditations that are channeled from source, that are channeled from the highest beings. Plus all the information I'm giving to you is everything that I've had to work through in healing your collective shadow. Everybody has an individual shadow and a collective shadow. What does that mean? Your collective shadow is developed from the collective whole, from when we were taken down from the beginning of time. Why do you think your planet is filled with such darkness? You have no idea what I've cleared from this earth, by the way. During the shadow course, I found hidden darkness within the earth that I didn't know was there before. And when we cleared that, the earth, and I had to tell the earth how to correct everything. And I moved her in ways that I haven't moved her before. There's a big crack that developed, which will play out in your form. Volcanoes are heating up. You guys, it's very big, the work that I just did. You have no idea how far I took this ascension. And I'm going to tell you something. The love I had for my twin flame is the reason why I did it. He kept me going, thinking about the love I had for him, feeling the love I had for him in my soul. That's what kept me going through all this. That is what kept me fighting every day. I am who I am today because he chose to sign that contract. And I can't thank him enough. The truth about the collective shadow is about to find all of you at your door. And if you have no idea how to heal your shadow, because most people do not, I've been through healings, I've done shadow work, you guys, you have no idea. Most people have no idea how to heal the shadow because it's never been done before. Let me repeat that. It's never been done before. The collective shadow has never been eliminated from this earth before until now. I succeeded. My twin flame and I succeeded. And yesterday, I was doing my monthly membership, and These galactic masters that never come to this planet, they don't come to this planet for any of you. You will never know them. It was recorded in my monthly membership healing. My twin flame he wanted to be a part of it, is what they said. And so he came in and they took our hands together and they were doing upgrades on him, just like they were doing on me. And he and I got special upgrades. But these galactic masters took him in my hands and they wrapped it with this silk, white silk thing. And they were saying something I couldn't understand. And it had everything to do with his and my love, and how strong that connection is, how strong that love truly is. And when I think about that, how could I ever be mad at him? There's nothing I could be mad at him for. Yet he was afraid I would be. But all I can do at this point is thank him. It is because of my divine masculine, my twin flame, and myself that we will now have heaven on earth. It's not a joke. As above, so below. One of my first videos, I talked about that. As above, so below. And I talked about what was coming for all of you. And that was before the V hit. That was before the everything hit. All I can tell you is those that have followed my work and actually listened to what I say and listened from my videos from beginning to end are definitely on their way to ascension. The girls that came through my academy, I taught them how to be healers into the 5th dimensional and above realm. We need more like them, but unfortunately, most of the people on this planet have not been given the right information on how to heal and ascend. And they have been actively following false lights and thinking that all they have to do is just be. And you're wrong. I would recommend you heal that collective shadow, and you heal it now, because it is coming. It is rising from the work that I just did. If you want to see it and you want to heal it, you can buy my course. Other than that, you better start studying your ass off. I would suggest you learn everything Carl Jung did. I would suggest you listen to Deepak Chopra. I would suggest you watch every video that I have. You better get cracking. Okay? It's not a joke. And this is not about fear. This is pride rising within me. This is the reality and the validation and the justification of the work that I just did. And this is spirit saying, no, Bree, it's very real. The reason my name is Juniper Bloom Mystique, it was given to me upon my awakening from God. And I argued about it. I didn't like that name. I'm like, really, why is that my name? So am I Eve? Nope, I'm Juniper Bloom Mystique. I am the beginning of time. My twin flame and I were the first ones on Atlantis. And we were the ones that got our light taken down. And it's not like the Bible predicts it. It was because of the collective shadow. It was the darkness that came in, and it will break you down. It will sneak up on you when you're least expecting it, if it doesn't get healed and released. And it is liable to burst forth suddenly in a moment of unawareness. It's like an unconscious snag. And no matter what your most well-meant intentions are, you won't win. You cannot win unless you're ready to defeat that shadow, and it's not easy. It almost killed me, my friends. The shadow is very big. So when I tell you part of the ascension, you must heal that shadow, you must do it, and you must begin doing it now. And not any healer, not just any healer can do it. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying to you. Every healer upon your planet has been doing shadow work. Not one of them can touch the collective shadow, except for me. Why do you think that is? I'm so freaking proud of myself in this moment. It's a full circle moment of realization of the work that I truly did. And I have to thank my twin flame. It is because of him and I. It's because he signed that he knew he signed that. You know what that means to me? That he consciously knew he signed that contract and I chose to sign that contract. The moment I heard that, my heart filled. It opened up wide. Because I thought it was a subconscious thing. And then I thought, you know, he was being duped and everything. And in truth, he was hurt. He was hurt and he was scared to get hurt again. And I see that. I saw that then. I just didn't know he was aware he signed that contract. If I would have known that, I would have definitely done things. I would have tried really hard to do things so much differently anyways. You guys, beyond that, you have no idea what I've done. You have no idea what I've done for this ascension and how important that shadow is. I recommend you heal it now. And everybody on this planet has never succeeded in healing the collective shadow, except for me. Because I am who I am. I am an ascension master, master healer, and divine guide. It is time to wake up. You have no time left. Wake up. Watch my videos from beginning to end. And do not judge. Because you are only hurting me. No, you are only hurting you, not me. Excuse me. It's sad to see how dense the collective whole is and how everybody just wants a quick 5-second fix. Nobody's willing to put in the effort and the work to understand what's going on. And those that are still aren't being told how to heal, to ascend. And that scares me. I will always do my part for those who choose to actually follow me and listen to me and do their research into what it is I'm saying, because everything I provide you is not like that fucker Teal Swan. She is so fake beyond fakerson. And I look at this and people listen to her and she has no absolute goddamn proof in who she is and what she does. She's actually been diagnosed schizophrenic, psychotic. And people are so quick to listen to her. Yet everything I've told you all is recorded and witnessed and on my channel for the most part for you to see or available to purchase. But not only that, the work that I do turns around and affects the whole entire planet. The work I did on the moon, they said pay attention to the skies because the satellite's going to fall, and within 5 hours it did, and it was proven. That's on my channel too. Check that out in my Ascension playlist. I started removing the darkness with the moon. You guys, I put it all together. It's another full circle awakening moment for me. That darkness is about to affect all of you. And either you can get on board with healing it or it's going to hurt. Now I'm bringing this forth because it's very serious. Y'all don't know the pain I went through and the strength it took me to endure and to remove this collective shadow. And everybody might assume that my twin flame has just been doing nothing, and that is not true. He and I have been healing this collective shadow. And I'm so fucking proud of him. And I love him, and I love me. And I can't wait to see who actually listens and gets to ascend, because that is going to be our new reality. This earth is no longer the same. The shadow is already removed from her. Time to wake up, and time to wake up now. This is very serious. So much love to all of you. Let Christ's return begin.